wrong decision. Has anybody contacted you and said, we're sorry about that?
Yeah, we have the report, but I would keep that confidentially to myself.
Does it irritate you? I mean, they're saying sorry, but it doesn't really make any difference. You can say sorry all day and it means nothing.
Well, I think every referee has the intention to have the best game and try to be as fair as possible and make all the right decisions. And we all make decisions, and when we do, just apologizing is the least that you can do, and try to improve and be better.
But they don't seem to improve. They seem to, when the referee he's got a game on Saturday, I think he's a fourth official, there doesn't seem to be any real comeback on them unless it's a really bad mistake.
There is not another solution at the moment. You know, when you have players, you have certain amount of players, referees, they have certain amount of referees, they will try to do the same, and Howard is trying to improve and change that, and he's trying various different ways to do it. He's been very open about the process and what to expect on it, and that's it. And we have to focus, and my job is to focus on something else.
And can I just ask you briefly, Thomas Partey at right back is something that probably not a lot of people expected this season. I mean, obviously this is the idea is for him to step into midfield at times. Can you do that when you've got, say, Zinchenko playing and two players stepping into midfield, or is that too much, too risky?
Depends where you have the ball, for how long you have the ball, in which areas, which other relationship you have, you know, what type of opponent you play, and what spaces they're going to give you, where they're going to try to threat you. Everything is possible. I don't think that positions are defined by only certain qualities, and especially in modern football you see that a lot. So that's it.
I mean, the first couple of games, Gabriel has been on the bench. I know he's come on and made an impact, but it must be difficult for him to sort of almost understand, considering he played every game last season and he was one of your best players last season. Suddenly find himself out of the team.
Yeah, but we have to focus on what is ahead and what is now, and how we're going to evolve that, and there will be different relationships. Like Gabi will play a lot of games, I'm sure, and it's about bringing the competition high and try to make the team play better, and be more dominant and win more games. That's the purpose of all of us.
Do you explain to someone like him why he's not playing, or is it just...
Yeah, especially someone that has played a lot of minutes and games with us in the last year, obviously. I don't know if he understands. I told him, and I think he understands the reason. Whether he agrees or not, that's something different. But the best way to do it is when you play. Yes, tell me how blind and wrong I am. Yeah.
Hi, Mikel. Kind of on a similar theme. Obviously, you used a lot of different combinations in the past few weeks, and at times probably the team's been naturally less fluid with the ball. I was wondering, is that something you are happy to sacrifice to kind of work on these new ideas for the long term?
No, I want maximum fluidity with the team. The thing is that there are teams that they want to allow you to have more fluidity in certain moments or areas, and results are very driving into that, and others that they're going to allow you less. And we played three very different games, obviously, because the City game was very different in terms of fluidity. And then we had moments in games against Forest and Palace that we had a lot of moments, and others that is very difficult when you attacking 10 men in those spaces. So fluidity is not probably the word that is going to come out like the best.
Yeah, and with, I guess, the approach to the City game, would that be a game you look at and say, okay, maybe if we're looking at Champions League, we may approach things like that a bit more than, say, the way you approach Forest and Palace?
Yes, for sure. Every game is going to have different demands, and it's going to require different things from us, and that's why we have top players to try to accommodate them in the right roles and spaces in relation to the game that we play.
And just on the injuries with Jesus and Zinchenko, are you comfortable now that you've got players who are of the quality where you're able to maybe play a different way and still be effective?
In terms of their position, or?
Not just position, but how you want to set up the team to play.
Yeah, sure. Well, we have many more options, and we have many more options that they can, within the formation that we want to use, whether it's attacking or defending, that they can connect with each other in the units in the way that we want, much more than we had like the year before. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to the last couple now. Matt?
Hi, Miguel.
Hi.
Just back briefly on the referees. I mean, the fact is, a bad decision, you lose a player for a game. Should referees be as accountable in the same way that that was a sort of a red card of a decision, so they should miss a game? Should there be that sort of clear level so that everyone understands that
I don't know.
mistakes have been made?
I don't really like the punishing mode, you know, to try to make somebody react, you know, because the mistakes are for sure they are not intentional, and we all make them. So I don't think that's, in my opinion, the solution.
Okay. And there was a lot of emotion at the final whistle on Monday. How do you keep that sort of? I mean, it seemed like it was a must-win three-pointer at the end of the season, not the beginning. How do you keep that sort of intensity going for 38 games?
We want to win every game, you know, and we have to fight every game to deserve to win. And we were over the line, you have to celebrate it, you know, and it's about the culture that we are building. That's the demands here in this league is to win every game. That's it, and you cannot be satisfied when you don't.
And finally, as a high-profile Spaniard in this country, what's your take on the president's decision, the Spanish FA president's decision, to double down on his decision to kiss the?
I already responded to that before.
Yeah, sorry, Matt. We covered that, Matt. Sorry, in the first question from Sky. And finally, we'll go to Isan from the Daily Mail.
With Tomiyasu's first yellow card against Palace, obviously to do with the throwing, does that make you reassess how you maybe time manage the latter stages of games going forward, possibly?
Yeah, it's quite a lot of things that we have to manage, because what about if a winger picks up the ball because he wants to play fast and then he can't, but then you decide to play a long throw, so you need the opposite fullback to come across the pitch, get the towel and throw it. Can we do that, yes or no?
And with obviously with David Raya on the bench against Palace, how did he react to obviously being on the bench, and with Aaron Ramsdale, how's he taken the new obviously competition?
That's very good. He's just arrived, you know, and he's settling in really, really well, and he's building a really strong relationship with Aaron, and I'm really happy with that.
And did David have any concerns about being on the bench, or does he accept that that's how it starts?
Good. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Yeah,
Take care.
thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.